What is up, what is up, what is up my peeps? It's yours truly Landry and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we'll be reacting to, what is this called again? Star Wars Space Sounds. Is there sound in space? And the video is brought to us by, let's see here, Forbidden Physics. When you get a chance, feel free to hop over to their channel to let them know that you found the video via my reaction and that you decided to stop by to show some love and support. Of course, leave in the comments. Sorry for speaking fast, but I'm really excited for this and I'm ready to get into this. So now, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight right into this. After, of course, full screening this and then hitting play. Let's go.
Can be asked about nearly any sci-fi franchise. Is there sound in space? At a glance, it seems like there is sound in space in Star Wars. But is there really? Obviously, we, the audience, hear sound, but do the characters? There are three possible...
That's a good question, though. We, the audience, we hear the sound, but do the characters hear the sound? I don't know. Let's see.
...abilities that I'm going to talk about in this video. But first, we need to understand what sound is and how sound in space works. Simply put, sound is a vibration through a medium. We most commonly experience this as a vibration in the air, with the air being the medium. Sound can also travel through any matter, such as water or any solid materials. The key here is that sound needs a medium, and cannot propagate through a vacuum, such as outer space.
I was just about to ask, like, well, in science anyway, at least that's what public education taught us, that there's no space in sound. So how does that work? But you know, he answered the question already, so yeah.
Clarify though that although sound can't travel through space itself, as long as you are somewhere with an atmosphere, such as inside of a ship, you will hear sound, just not from outside the ship. For instance, you'll be able to hear the engines of the ship, and even things like weapons firing from or hitting the ship. You just won't be able to hear these things from other ships. In Star Wars, though, sound can be heard from other ships, even when separated by a vacuum. This gives us three possibilities. 1. Sound can travel through space and the characters can hear it. 2. Sound doesn't travel through space and is simply there for the audience's benefit. Or 3. The sound is artificially produced in universe. The first possibility...
Well, I mean, you know, it's a TV show, you know, slash movie, so definitely, you know, they need to add, some sound effects in order to make things more captivating for the audience. So yeah. But as far as, like, you know, in real life, like, you know, in outer space, I have no clue, bro.
That sound can in fact travel through the vacuum of space doesn't really work. Here's why. Stars. It's been estimated that if sound could travel through space, the sound of the sun would be 100 decibels from the surface of the Earth. That's about as loud as a helicopter, and loud enough to begin causing permanent hearing loss after only about 15 minutes. If sound could travel through space in Star Wars, most planets would have constant, ear-shattering noise. Everyone in Star Wars would be deaf. This obviously isn't the case.
But where did you get those facts, though, my boy?
So one of the other two possibilities must be true. The second possibility is that the sound is simply there for the audience's benefit, and that the characters don't hear it.
I rock with that one.
This might sound like a silly retcon, but if you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, it's not like the characters can hear the music, right? If they can't hear the music, is it really much of a stretch to say that they can't hear certain sound effects as well? Really, the only evidence against this would be if a character reacted to a sound they shouldn't be able to hear. And I can't think of a situation where this happens off the top of my head. If a situation like this exists, then the third possibility is likely true. The third possibility is that the sound is artificially produced. What I mean by this is that the ships in Star Wars are equipped with speakers that simulate the sound produced by nearby ships.
I would say that they added that in post-production, but you know, you brought out that they could have that the ships have speakers. That's also interesting.
Actually makes a lot of sense, since sound would be a great way to let someone know what is happening outside the ship. By simulating the sound of an approaching ship, it could alert the pilot and give them basic information on the type of ship and where it is heading before they'd be able to see it.
Okay,
If they're
I can see
busy,
that.
simply showing this on a display wouldn't be very helpful. If you think about it, there's really not much more evidence that sound travels through space than there is that the music is actually playing in universe, or that the title crawls are actually floating through space. The fact that we, the audience, can hear it doesn't really mean much. If you take into account the sound of stars, there's actually more evidence against their
Well, I
use.
mean, it helps with better selling the product. So I guess it means something. But as far as like in the Star Wars universe itself, does it matter? I don't know.
Found in space. The idea that the sound is artificially simulated in universe is my favorite explanation. It just makes a lot of sense to me, and would also account for any possible situations where a character hears a sound they otherwise wouldn't be able to. So what do you think? I'd like to hear your opinions, and also any evidence you might have to support one of these possibilities. As always, if you've enjoyed...
All right, we're gonna have to go ahead and end it there. All right, y'all. As always, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, / hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more. But most importantly, don't forget to hit that super chat / donate. That's if it's possible, as it is the best way to support your boy. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.